Good morning and welcome to day 7 of Vlogmas. Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. It is Sunday, December 7th, and DJ and I just got back from Costco. We got some great groceries for the week. For my meal prep, I decided to get one of the ready-made grab-and-go things at Costco, and I'm trying the shepherd's pie this week, which I'm very excited about. I think DJ got stuff to make like a egg scramble for his meal prep, and it's going to be a great week of delicious meals. That's kind of typically our strategy. We both get a meal that will last all week, and then that's kind of what we pick at throughout the week, and then the next week we pick something new, or if we really liked what we picked, we do it again, and rinse, repeat into the end of time. So now that that's done, that's the only administrative task that I have to do today. There are some more things I could do. Like for instance, yesterday, you may remember, I watered some of my plants and they've been drip drying in the bathtub. So I could put them away. I could hang them back up. So I might do that today. I could sew up the hole in my purple sweatpants, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing exactly. So, I mean, it's a pretty simple thing, in theory, but I'm not a sewist, so I don't know for sure. So I'm just going to put that in my doom pile and delay that. I need to marinate on it a little bit longer. So that leaves knitting. I'm going to knit today. I was thinking of doing some spinning, but my Treehouse Knits fiber advent, I got the variegated Rambouillet silk box. So there's 9 full braids, 100-gram braids of fiber that should arrive tomorrow, which I'm very, very excited and grateful for because the shipping has been so topsy-turvy. USPS, I'm sure, is just swamped right now. So there was a few days there where I was like, I don't know if this is going to get to me in time, but I think it will. It's scheduled to be delivered tomorrow. So I don't really want to start a spinning project today and have my wheel tied up in that when I have a bunch of braids coming tomorrow that I am assuming I'm going to want to spin right away. And also, spoiler alert, I'm probably going to open up that advent all tomorrow. I'm thinking. I mean, plans change, but I'm kind of thinking that. And maybe tomorrow I'll walk you through my thought process on that. So tomorrow there may be spoilers for the Treehouse Knits Advent, so you can start to prepare your, skip ahead muscles or skip the video entirely muscles, depending on your preference. If you don't want to be spoiled, you might not want to watch tomorrow's video, but I will tell you all this in tomorrow's video as well, so you don't unknowingly get spoiled. I'll give you lots and lots of warnings. So, all that to say, long story short, I'm not going to spin today. Even though I'm excited to spin, I'm ready to spin, and I have a hangnail on my finger. Can you see that? My poor, sweet little finger. And normally that wouldn't really matter. In fact, I'm going to put some cuticle oil on while I speak to you about this. Normally it wouldn't really matter. Like a hangnail is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. But as you may know, I'm trying to lean into a new identity that is being a nail girl. I've been a nail girl for the last couple months, couple weeks, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Like this is builder gel on my natural nails. And normally I would cut my nails short so there would be no, I don't know what the real term is, but there'd be no white of my nail. It would just be my nail bed. There'd be no grow out because I just couldn't handle the length, and also I could never keep them looking pretty. But I've invested in being a nail girl lately, and I've really, really enjoyed it. I've gotten used to the length. But, what am I saying? I'm losing the plot here. Oh, but they're starting to look a little undesirable with the dryness of my cuticles, and that has also led to a hangnail, which just so happens to be in the exact spot where my yarn passes over my hand, because I knit continental and I wrap it twice around my index finger. So the yarn brushes against this hangnail, and it's really uncomfortable. It's not fun. It's not so bad to say it's painful, but it is not pleasant. It does not feel good. So I don't even really remember why I was telling you all that. We're not going to backtrack and figure it out. But anyway, now you know I have a hangnail. But I'm going to knit anyway, despite that. Oh, and I also have something else to tell you. Let's go to the kitchen. Prepare yourselves. You guys, look what happened last night. I broke it. I was going to do the dishes so I could wake up to an empty sink and a clean kitchen, and I knocked into this on the counter and it toppled down onto the floor and it broke. Look at this crack going along the curve of the fuchsia petal. Oh, so devastating. So devastating. So, yeah, devastating for several reasons. This obviously is beloved to me, beloved. I love it because it's the fuchsia pattern design. And as you must know, I love fuchsia flowers. They're so special to me. So every time I go to Nicholas Moss Pottery in Kilkenny, Ireland, it's one of the stops on my Irish knitting tour, I add to my fuchsia collection. So on this year's trip, I got this little cookie jar, which is where I keep tea bags on the kitchen counter. And it's also, fun fact, going to be my future urn. I am a planner. And I also added, where is it? Oh, it's dirty in the sink. I added a fuchsia mug. And then I got this fuchsia coffee press. And I was so excited to get this because this item, the coffee press, in all the different patterns it comes in, is discontinued. Nicholas Moss is no longer making this coffee press piece of pottery. And I knew that before I went this October. And then when I saw them in the store, I was like, oh my goodness, it's meant to be. I have to get it because these are one of the last ones ever made. And now it's broken. So I cannot replace this unless I miraculously stumble upon one on eBay. I think that I'm probably always going to look at Facebook Marketplace and eBay now when I go to Ireland, because I think the odds of finding one in Ireland are probably higher than finding one here in the US, because Nicholas Moss is an Irish small business. But yeah, just really such a bummer. I posted this on my Instagram story and I got a lot of messages recommending that Japanese mending method, kintsugi, I think is what it's called. Basically where you glue it back together and then you have gold detail to highlight the cracks and kind of show the story of what's happened to this piece. So I think I'm going to do that. And if not, at the very least, I will glue these pieces back together. And I will just use this for a non-food purpose now. I think maybe holding stitch markers or, I don't know, double pointed needles or something. So this is not going to be thrown away, but man, it's a bummer because I really enjoyed making my coffee in this every morning. It was the perfect size for just 1 cup of coffee. And I mean, as you saw on Vlogmas, it was getting a lot of use and I was really, really enjoying it. So just such a bummer. Totally my fault. Could have been avoided. And the lesson that I think we can learn here is don't do the dishes. Why would you? You might break something precious to you. Just leave them in the sink. So we're in. DJ just told me that Miami just made it into the playoffs, which is something that we've been griping about all weekend long. Amazing! Congratulations to Miami. We'll be rooting for you in the playoffs. Go Canes! Okay, we need to talk about this project. So, I have finished the left front panel according to pattern, as far as I can tell. Now, my gauge is a little off. I have 31 stitches or 31 rows per 4 inches. The pattern calls for, no, the pattern is 31 rows per 4 inches. My gauge is 32 rows per 4 inches. So my row gauge is a little tighter. So that meant to reach the measurements listed in the pattern for the back panel, I knit either 2 or 4 extra rows. I can't remember which. And then for the front panel, I knit 2 extra rows. And I mean, it's kind of rolled up now, but I do wonder if the sleeve depth is going to be deep enough. Let me see. Yeah, because when I look here, like, I feel like these 2 panels can connect, but it might be tight, which would be a little uncomfortable, I think. But I don't know, I'm a little unsure because in the past, I've had this same thing happen, and I thought I needed to add rows. This was on my field day cardigan, and I needed to add rows, or so I thought I did, and then in the final fit, like the armpit depth, I really didn't need to add that much. So I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the stitches on hold for the left front panel like it says to do in the pattern and not worry about adding any right now. And then I'll knit the right front panel and just kind of see, because I think this is probably, like, having this pulled up is definitely impacting my perceived fit, whatever. It's not giving me a totally accurate idea. But also I don't want the V to be super deep. So in theory, I could knit the right front, and if it's still not deep enough, I can add length to the front panel after I've connected the 2 front panels. So then I'm not making the V deeper while adding length. I'm keeping the V where it is and then adding length without having a plunging neckline, which isn't really what I want at all. So yeah, I think that's a good plan. I'm going to put the stitches on hold, knit the right panel, and then we'll see where we are. Did you like those berries? Yes. Lay down. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little annoyed and antsy with my Stockholm because I just want to be knitting in the round. And I know that to get there, I need to knit and finish the front panels. But it's like after every row, I'm putting the project down and picking up my phone and scrolling. So when I get antsy like this, I usually go into my craft room and I look at my yarn collection and I try to determine what I can cast on instead. So let's spend some time doing that. Okay, I sort of fixed my yarn wall. I didn't really find anything necessarily that I want to cast on, but this skein was catching my eye. This is the second and final tweed skein in my yarn collection. I got this in 2023, or no, 2024 at This Is Knit during our private shopping experience on my Irish knitting tour. And I'm kind of running out of road with single skeins for Sophie scarves and classic ribbed hats, which I've been just plowing through. So what I really want is the 2 weeks of freezer time to be done, but it's only been a few days. Today's Sunday. I put them in the freezer on Wednesday, but I have a bunch of single DK and fingering weight skeins caked up, and you know, just all sorts of fun yarn in the contingent in the freezer. And really, I think that's what I want to play with, but I can't because I need to give it another week and a half in the freezer to do my due diligence and make sure that it's, oh, squirrel. I do have these two skeins that I hanked up, or I, you know, was done drying, I think the first day or around then of Vlogmas. These are pretty. I could cast on a shawl, or I could make myself a matching hat and Sophie scarf set. That would be an option. I just don't know. I don't know what I want to play with right now. And really, I should just stay the course because tomorrow I'll have my fiber advent, so I'll have a bunch of new things to be inspired by and play with. So I don't need to lean into my worst impulses tonight. And really not even my worst impulses, just the cast on impulses. I don't need to do that. I can stay the course. I can knit a few more rows on my Stockholm and not take the easy out. Yeah, not cast on something new. But tomorrow or sometime this week, I definitely do want to cast on a classic ribbed hat because I don't really have a small grab and go project right now on my needles. So I do need to do that. But yeah, it's nice to look at my yarn and kind of get ideas and see what I might want to do next. But today's been a full day, December 7th, day 7 of Vlogmas. And I'm going to end the vlog here. It is like 6:30, I think. What time is it? 6:31, right on the dot. That's amazing. What a good guesser I am. So I'll end the vlog here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Tomorrow's going to be exciting because I don't have to leave the house. So that'll be a real treat. I think maybe if I have it in me, it would be fun to go through my makes, like my finished objects, and see what fits me, what doesn't fit me, what I love, what I don't love, what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep, and take you along for the ride. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're not already, and happy knitting. I hope you're working on something that is bringing you joy, and if it's not, put it down because life's too short for the hobby we do for enjoyment. Bye, everybody.